In this video, I will show you how to attach the 5D Canon camera to the P51 CamLift, as well as how to attach associated lenses. So before you attach the 5D Canon to the CamLift, make sure that you have this extension on. The extension merely brings the camera farther forward, so it's not as close to the CamLift, which reduces the amount of shadow caused by the CamLift, as well as more room at the bottom to maneuver the specimen you're imaging. So to attach the extension in the back, facing down, are two little notches which line up with these associated grooves. So to attach, slide the notches so that you can feel that they're fitted in the grooves, and then press the top of the extension towards the CamLift. When it's attached and locked, the back latch will shift to the right. So it's the same exact process to attach the camera to the lift. You can see that there are two notches. Line them up with the grooves that are on the extension and press the camera towards the CamLift. And when it's attached, the front latch will snap to the right. So let's now insert the battery into the camera, and I'll just take this off to show you. And to take the camera off, press the silver button on the front latch, pull the latch to the left, and it will release the camera. So in the back of the camera, when you open this door, is where the battery goes. So to put in the battery, make sure that the words Canon and the arrow are facing you. Press the battery in, and it will lock. And if the battery door doesn't shut, the camera won't fully turn on. And this is because this cable is not tucked in, so make sure it's tucked in, and then insert the battery into the camera. Make sure to tuck the cable underneath the door and then shut the door. Now to release the battery, there's a little white latch. Press down and it will pop the battery out. So now let's insert the battery as you would normally with the camera attached to the CamLift. So open the battery door, insert the battery, tuck the cable under the door, and then shut it. So now the camera's on, and the on-off switch is right here, and make sure it's turned towards you. So let's put the battery back in, tuck the cable under the door, and then now the camera is on. So now we can attach the computer cables to the camera, and they simply hook up the camera to the computer. So now the cables are attached, and now we can attach a lens. So I'm going to use the 100mm lens, and to attach a lens to the camera, take off the bottom cap for the camera, take off the top lens cap on the 100mm lens, and then line up the red button with the small red button on the camera. And it's hard to see and you have to look under, but you can also just gauge where it is because it's right smack dab in the center of the camera. So turn the lens to the right until you hear a click, which means it's locked onto the camera. Remove the bottom lens cap by pinching the sides, and that's the same for the 50mm as well as 35mm lenses. The 65mm, on the other hand, to remove the bottom lens cap, you simply pull it off instead of pinch the sides. So here we have the 5D Canon with the 100mm lens attached to the CamLift, and it's ready to image. So now let's put everything away. And it's essentially a process in reverse. Pinch the sides of the bottom lens cap and press up. Now it's locked onto the lens. To release the lens from the camera, there's a side release button on the right. Press up and turn the lens to the left. Attach the top lens cap to the lens, and you can tell the difference between the lens cap and the camera cap is the lens cap is thicker than the cap that goes on the camera. So just attach the top lens cap, twist on the cap for the camera, go ahead and turn the camera off, unplug the cables, take the battery out, and then to take the camera off, make sure you have a firm hold of the camera. Press the silver button on the latch on the extension cord and pull it to the left. Set the camera aside, and then to remove the extension, simply press the silver button in the back and pull to the left. And that's how to attach the 5D Canon and associated lenses to the CamLift.